In this video, I want to give you one of the biggest lessons I learned after starting my fishing charter business completely from scratch. And I was able to go from absolutely nothing, ground zero, all the way to making a full-time income in only about a year. So, if you don't know, my name's Nate, and I own Michigan Honey Hole Fishing Charters and Captain Skool, which is where I've helped dozens of people grow their own fishing charter businesses. So, the biggest thing with this video, the point I'm trying to get across, and I'm sorry if there's wind noise out here because it's a windy day out, but the biggest thing I'm trying to say, guys, is it all depends. Success in the fishing charter industry all depends on your income to expenses. And I just keep seeing it more and more and more with all these other guides and things like that. You know, it looks like they're running so many trips. Well, they are. They're running so many trips, and then they're, making all this money because their trips are expensive and they're, all this crazy stuff. But then it's also like, well, gee, they've got these, big $250,000 boats that, it's $1,000 to fill it up at the gas pump, and like all these crazy expenses, cost them a couple $100 to run a trip. And I guess one of my biggest things is I've just ran really lean. Like, I have a pretty lean operation. My boat's really simple. It's just a 17-foot aluminum and a 60-horse Tiller Mercury on it. And it does everything that I need it to do out on Lake Huron, Lake St. Clair River, everywhere that I fish. And I just guess I don't get caught up in all of the material things. I have good equipment, good rods, all my stuff works great. But I don't keep upgrading boats and doing all this stuff, because at a certain point, it's are you really making, you're earning more income, but to what expense? Because now you have boat payments. This thing's paid off. I don't have any boat payments. I get literally 10 miles a gallon, which sounds horrible if you're comparing it to cars, but it's great for boats. And yeah, I just have a really lean operation. So sure, I might not run 300 trips a year or something like some of these guys that are doing back-to-back trips, 7 days a week for 6 months straight or something. But the point of it is, at the end of the day, my expenses are so low that, and I keep the boat on the trailer, so I don't have a marina slip. All this stuff, it adds up. And at the end of the day, I would be willing to bet that my actual take-home is probably higher than some of these guys that look like they're running way more trips, but really they've got boat payments, marina dues, ginormous gas bills, and all these other expenses that eat up any profit that they had.